The young upcoming team. And now they have a chance to finally make it back, find some redemption from what was a failed attempt all the way back then.
So for G2, 14 rounds. That's what they're looking for here. They've leveled up though, of course. It's Icy already in the showers, and the play off the flash is perfect. Trent's there with a 1-2 punch. Loud now just down to the two of them. They're gonna make this adjustment over towards B, where Leaf lies in wait.
What a great pinch immediately from G2, and it's now Leaf to fend off these last two players on the site. Sodhawk is going to catch him, but now into that 1-on-3. Has recovered a Ghost. Gonna have to hit a few headshots here. Trent and Icy are relatively low, and Valen with no armor. One headshot could take him down, but of course, this would be a miracle from him early on.
They got util though. Dizzy out first. Paint shell's also available, but not necessary. It's brass tacks for Valen. The Sodhawk takes one to the dome.
Yeah, it was that early knife that gets back Hookah and Octagon as well. They've now cut noise and are just contacting up Kaunzin with a great first kill. And now G2, they've responded by putting two players into Hookah, which I really like, trying to gain control of that side of the map, and hoping as well that if this split did come in onto B, those two players would be able to face that one lurk, maybe two players going that way, but that isn't going to end up being the case. Trent actually goes down, trying to peek for a bit of information, and that was on Loud's rotate back to A.
Tough to make that stinger sing at that kind of range. So Sodhawk spots at least one of the players that was sent into Hookah after that first pick was found by Loud. Now though, it looks like they want to land on A. Icy trending back towards the side here is the flash. Forced back behind the smoke. There's Kaunzin waiting for it. So Icy and Valen to work with here. Pretty inauspicious bonus round from G2. Happy to let this one go though if needs must. Now Valen in the smoke, very common. Cryo loves this particular play, for example. Will burst out and QCK silences him awfully quickly. Loud get on the board without too much of a fuss. Standard Viper util deployed. Flashpoint as well to get them on the road. QCK now satcheling over towards the side, goes over the top there, back U-Haul. Valen brought down. Nice little opening here from Loud. QCK brimming with confidence. Even when not playing well, he's always going in. Trent though finds a tight angle. And the plant interrupted for the time being here. Loud have to now find another option to get this one down. Guiding light from Jonah here to lead them out onto the site. Trent doubled up, and Icy also still playing from showers. That's somewhere that Loud have not cleared. It may rear its head in just a moment. Dizzy in, Sodhawk out, but the fire back from Loud is impressive. Just Leaf to work with now. It's a pretty darn good breeze to blow him into the right spot here. Down to 56 in a 1v3. And Let's will be waiting on that line to clean him up.
And just then, G2, you kind of have to question it, you know.
Icy here in showers, posted up there, but outrun him to less. Okay, QCK pops his head in. Tiles and masonry flying everywhere as the show shopper found its mark. Valen, nice little pop there out of TP, but Tui's was there to trade. Into the back of the site, you'll notice QCK has gotten himself to Trent's going to use showers as a staging ground to unleash Thrash. QCK almost ahead of it, but going to get caught out. There's no one there to really follow it up though, as Trent is crossing the site, but nowhere near close enough. Oh! Rolling Thunder interrupted. Sodhawk had no opportunity to let go of that one, and Leaf is going to win out against Tui's. QCK, nothing to do here. Hold up in heaven. G2 get the defuse. There's a late reflank brewing for G2. All right. Aftershock trying to create a bit of space here, and in come Loud. QCK posting up on top of the shack. Jonah is going to wait inside this smoke. Playing just outside of elbow. Orbital strikes. Both thrown down here, pummeling the ground and nothing else. Here's a ticket from Sodhawk, not a stick. Fault line towards elbow.
Great
timing is great with the smoke coming down. Wow. Sodhawk is able to capitalize there. Now things look a little bit awkward for G2. All of a sudden, Let's ready to receive this reflank is going to be at least good for one here. But by no less, often it's more, not this time. Icy gets a foothold at the very least, but Valen calls a cancel.
Just going to save these weapons at this point.
Loud hear it come down, and they don't opt to refill that space again.
No, those players on A were just so passive that the duo of Kaunzin and Les were able to just contact up, get a lot of space now, get into this site. And Kaunzin has taken a really deep position here, back site.
So much util for the post plant for that KO. Didn't have to spend it getting in.
kind of waiting to see if anyone will be able to help him. Right, he does back up into lamps, a bit safer unless he's gonna put that pit down crucially.
And it comes down, Les unleashes it. Sanak here just waiting for the double swing out from Showers. Here comes Icy at the same time. Can they make the pincer happen? Nothing to see here with the showstopper, but still plenty of time to work with it. Les receives Leaf. He's trying to wrap around. Molly to the side now, already loud with the post-plant architecture being set up. 3 versus 3, but it's time for Thrash to make an appearance. Kawanzin gets there, Icy out of the picture. We did have a connection off that Thrash. Jonah P can't get up any further, and now it's Trent. 1 HP to work with. It's not nearly enough.
And with it gone now, Loud using that breach ultimate to scale into the site quickly. QCK all the way in the back already. G2 relegated to getting into retake positions here, but QCK so aggressive, so much confidence from this man. It's what Loud have needed for weeks, and in the past 2, he's really stepped up for the squad.
Not just that element that's so hard to predict for any of Loud's opponents. That, though, looked a little bit more deterministic. Walking out the smoke, there was a molly at their feet.
1 enemy remaining.
And G2 get burned to a crisp. Only Trent here. And Kawanzin wants to pursue. Blood in the water, and Trent's giving him nothing.
Crucial for Trent to save the gun at this point.
I can hear the crowd keep running.
I mean, the economy is just cracked at this point. Oh, and
the jig is up, my friend.
Tui's heard those footsteps. Trent's on the angle, and he's gonna go down. Economy absolutely crushed for G2 heading into the next. You know, make a bit of a distraction perhaps for the utility, but seems to just be watching for the push out. And now this full execute is gonna come in on the A side.
GCK dead. No double satchel, notably. Doesn't get to the back of the site.
30
Wants to play in front of these smokes. Tu's brought down. That's Leaf in heaven.
Planted.
Posing a little bit of an issue here for Loud. Sardak, flashpoint. Oh, the little fake pick, and Les is going to be there to follow it up. Nice little 2-piece there, the 1-2 punch for Loud. And here's that flank. They happen a little late. QCK doesn't have a good way to employ that showstopper, so that'll go for naught. Valen's able to repost up in heaven, but it's about Trent and Jonah here. Making the way down short. Kawanzin sets a flash up there, but Valen's good for 2. Now it's on QCK. They've got a good idea that he's there. And what a crucial round to win before the half for G2. Some non-irrelevant damage, rather. Up B long. For G2, still have eyes elsewhere. They don't have that Showers control, but Tweez might be looking to concede it here if things don't go right. Snake bite. Oh, and Leaf wins it out. That is massive for G2. Leaf can move on in, but the rest of G2 are already off to the races now, moving down short. Sardak beats a hasty retreat. Aftershock to cover his tracks. He's going to set up across the site now as Trent gets his plant going.
30 seconds
And at
left.
the same time, going to recover that Dizzy to have it for just a bit later on. Could be a crucial piece of utility to explode back in while those Loud players are tapping the spike, trying to get the defuse.
They are absolutely ready for this. QCK wants to step up. Does have some utility here to try and draw something out, but actually wants to drive face sleeve. And he falls quickly. Still 4 to deal with on G2's side. The wall comes down, the show starts. There's Les trying to make something happen, but he was always very low after that engagement at the start of the round. And G2 get that crucial pistol.
That is G2, which Jonah did here with that ping when the bird goes off. And we have just basically the same setup here,
Yeah.
right?
No
Dog is going to get the info on long, and then the push is going to come through Hookah.
Destroyed.
Okay, still a 4 line from cross map. But not really going to bother anyone. Icy is in. QCK affected here by a lot of the mollies, and is forced to play inside tube. It's easy for Icy. Sardak here. Flash, aftershock to try and create some space in Hookah, and he's done so.
Planted.
But G2 now entrenched up on this B site. 3 players back to back, heading into elbow. They're going to overwhelm Les. He can't hope to challenge this. And G2 aren't done. They still want a piece of this action, and Les, well, unable to find any. Tui's though elsewhere. Doing some serious work here. Sardak still inside Hookah. Tui's coming through that spawn side. He's going to run straight into Trent's cross there, but the forward line is going to make it impossible. Setting up another for Tui's. That 3, Icy can't hold on.
How do they recover that? Trent's spray just going awry.
Forward line being spent.
Fire in the hole!
Here's the showstopper though. Icy wasting no time. Dizzy at his flank. In we go, and he knew Kawanzin was operating near Showers. Trent also not half a step behind, is able to find a second. Beautiful explosion from G2. And again, Loud are forced into a situation where they have no foothold outside of Tui's. And that one got extinguished awful quick, Wyatt.
Not even necessary at this point, but that wingman does give Trent the thrash. Won't have to use it in this round, can save it for the next economy.
Oh yeah, definitely G2's playground right there. Molly's gonna slow off the fast hit. Tui's wants to fill the space behind this. Oh! Jackpot! Finds Icy. Kawanzine also gonna be there. The fault line will dissuade any attempt to trade or follow up on those kills. Tui's doesn't have a comfortable spot to be. Oh my goodness, front and center! It's an easy pick off for Leaf. That's a 4v4 now. The Kawanzine catches Jonah P slipping. Just walking his way out of showers.
And this is just confidence, gusto from Loud. Could they have taken a safer chance perhaps and just bought better weapons in the next? Yeah, but they take a bunch of Guardians into this round.
Out, ready.
They're gonna have such a fast flank on Hookah. Should it be relevant? What did the Seekers tell?
I mean, the Seekers tell that that flank is coming, and it's got them scared, that's for sure. Pressure on less, though, as the players descend from Hookah. Oh my god, what a transfer. That is absurd from Loud's star player.
And we flip the map. Loud coming from those flanking positions now, and no need to hurry at this stage. Leaf, though, just better than Kawanzine there.
Chill out.
QCK and Tui's had to explode,
player
but it's pressure from Octagon, and they're not ready for it.
QCK just had to try to make space here for 2E's. Trying to get out of Hookah on a retake is a painful, miserable experience.
Tui's now knows that without the Raze saturating, his options are limited. And his chance to save this weapon also a slim one at best. Winning out here against Jonah. Somehow making the correct estimate of his position and then running away is the only thing he can do. He's done it. So gun maintained.
Wow, look at this aggression from him. It's a dangerous spot, pushed up too far where he could get traded out, couldn't get back behind the wall to satchel away or pick up another angle. G2 are going to accelerate off the back of that into the site.
This G2, man, that's something else. Here's the wingman getting on in. Trent having a fantastic map so far. Kawanzine no chance to do too much to disrupt earlier on. Rolling Thunder, Trent hit by it. As he's Icy, nothing he could do about the swing out of U-Haul. It's his ultimates now, getting thrown in by Loud. They know it's such an important round. Their economy is so shaky. And they've been able to secure it here.
Fantastic flood off that Rolling Thunder from Sadha.
Checks the flank, he will get some action. Kawanzine in a swing, he has a knife out. Jonah can't recover in time, and G2 are down to 2 players. Playing off the back of the side, Icy's good for it. Sarnak is down, now the 2v2, but Les has other plans. Trent holding on, it's Trent! Can he get there? Les comes in from the top rope. Try as they might, G2 can't get another one there. Trent, a lot of eyes on him, he's had a great map. It's gonna take more though. No.
Great knife.
Instantly shuts the thrash down. Leaf pulls out. Icy though onto the side with the showstopper. He still went for it in the end. Tui's keeping himself out of harm's way as the showstopper whizzes past his left ear. Sarnak finds Icy, but Valen is going to be there. Kawanzine punished by the orbital strike. It's going to be Sarnak eventually falling. Tui challenges inside Hookah. It's a 1-for-1. 2 players on either side left to go. QCK showstopper a little slow. And G2 straight through the TP, a beeline for A.
Leaf right now, oh my god, they could play this so well. Jonah can plant, get the Seekers. Leaf right now is the pit down. Huge advantage coming into the end, really heads up. Small play from Jonah that's gonna pay off massively. They know about this QCK flank now. He wanted to get in behind and shower, made irrelevant by the Seekers.
His timing's off too. He's way behind Les.
There.
G2 are gonna wait. Les pings it. Oh, okay, he gets into U-Haul. There was no pick out. Oh my god! Why did they do it? How do Loud do it?
Magic from QCK.
They're gas fishing, and they come up with Moby Dick.
That's just no way. How does he hit that? G2 crushed. Into the harbor is there as well. They know 3 players are in the vicinity. So pressure now onto Kawanzine, who stepped up massively last week against Sentinels to anchor back in this site.
See Cascade thrown up towards screens by G2. Sarnak still wants to try and play around this box, and it's good, it's beautiful. Need a bit more, and he's always got extra pocket space.
This guy has...
Here.
It's really hard for G2 to preempt any of this. This is about as far forward as you can be, while still on the right side of sanity. This is spotted Kawanzine. Finally never to pick that one up there. That's a dash away and an immediate repost because it's QCK, and who else would go for it. Trent in trouble.
How does he get out? How does he slip away?
It's criminal! Criminal. G2's by. Going horribly awry in the early stages of this round. They're going to pick up the pieces now and cobble together a push towards this B side. Okay.
Wingman's planting.
Now the advantage of having that Gecko, the wingman, coming in to try and get the spike down, but with the wall up, it's perfectly placed for Sadok to deny.
They're taking liberty after liberty. Don't go into the cove. Okay, Sadok thinks about it briefly. And here is the flank. Les is right on time. He simply arrives exactly when he means to.
And all of that delay allowed him to just work his way up there slowly, not have to make any noise. Reckoning committed as well, just to try and force these loud players back to get some space into the site here.
Out they come. Reckoning about to expire. Sadok can't interrupt the plant here. It will be 2-is though. Found Leaf. Was elsewhere. There was a catch there by the Thrash. Jonah P eventually finds his spot to explode down mid. Now going to be on that wrap to join the rest of G2, not opting to take mid proper. Our drone will be illuminating. Valen spotted. Now can't hold that angle. He's thinking about a Sadok!
Oh, come on. How does he get away with that, man?
Astonishing. And look at this.
One
The
enemy
lockdown.
remaining.
What a spot for it. Loud. A rebuff approach.
To the site. Dangerous, though. Cowanzine gonna drone and probably clear close as well. And he just caught Trent, and Sadok capitalizes off of it to get the man advantage. Recon back yellow is going to expose Valen as well.
He's low. So low. 3 HP in a dream for Valen, but he's still able to find his. That's big. G2 forced to play off the side for the most part. QCK dancing in the nano swarm, and the code goes up. Who is going to interrupt
Player
this?
standing.
QCK off of it. Icy versus QCK. The Reckoning, though, still in play, but Loud don't have enough time. G2, tooth and nail, have gotten into this game.
Finally for G2. And it seems like he's sniffing this out, aware that a player could have worked up all the way through kitchen into this position. He had the turret there, obviously. Broken.
30
QCK's
seconds
done.
left.
He's cooked. Jonah finishes the job. A little haphazard, but still effective. And there it is, G2. In that 2 versus 1. Les on a bit of a late flank.
Spike planted.
Icy can't win that one out. And Les is very healthy now to take this last challenge.
He has the Viper's Pit, but Leaf is the one with the lockdown. Going to be some serious delay here. Is he just going to get right on and take the fight? There's
Lockdown, though.
no way he's got to get out of the way of this lockdown, or he does get it just in time to break it. Damn near a kill per round when he's on Killjoy.
That's duelist level. Speaking of which, look at this aggressive play from Loud over towards the A side. G2 are decimated. What do you have to work with now?
Remaining.
Valen there, falling away, so it's up to Trent. God, it's been a tough attacking half for this G2 outfit. It has been brutal. Trent's going to swing this and see an assailant right on the other side of the wall here. Who's got the quicker trigger finger? Time to find out, of course.
Him hopefully spray him down, but it did not.
Trying to P. Not a good way to start the round. The plant comes in though. Awkward position for it. G2 are going to take what they can get here. Thrash 2, Electric Boogaloo. This time hits the mark and they're able to follow it up. Now the pit will come down. Reckoning popped. A problem now for Loud in this retake scenario as Sadok gets the hot foot. Icy finds another. G2. It's just QCK now to try and hold them back. He's good for just the one. Pinged off by the recon though. That's all but impossible. With the wrong weaponry as well. With this round, G2 would dash the hopes of Sen City. Getting ahead to qualify. QCK has nothing to do.
And there it is, sadly. Impact that just his self-assuredness, his confidence that it has on the game. So many first kills for
30
Loud.
seconds left.
And now they can just play retake with this Reckoning online. Sadok even gets another.
Oppressive.
And, with time low, they're just going to deny it outright.
And there is no chance for G2. Have to fight through this. Wingman down, Icy. Vulnerable as he came through the cove.
Enemy remaining.
Valen with a valiant attempt, but it's a 9-3 half there for Loud. They have been in.
To come in, and they'd be right.
That drone's going to be relevant. I want to circle back to it after. Loud here. Playing without any flashes to speak of. That's going to be exposed potentially on this side.
I mean, look at how deep Cowanzine is right now. This is ridiculous, but they haven't left A because surely if he's here and the spike isn't going down, they have to still be at A, right? But they've given him so much space and the rest of Loud so much space that they can just rotate all the way over to him.
Les is in a pivotal position. They're not ready for it. They never seem to be. That results in a trade. G2 grouped up as 3 now, all through orange.
Icy does still have the wingman. Cowanzine with a great timing.
What a timing. And that means Leaf is up against it. Pistol loss here would be catastrophic for G2 and for EG.
Bot coming back.
And it would be Loud on the precipice of making playoffs. Something that just didn't seem possible early on in this season.
We thought they were done. We thought it was over.
3 who are playing around that. It's a key to their decision-making here. Sodak making a lot of noise on A, and Cowanzine did break it. It's going to trigger these mollies as well.
But no opportunity for Icy to play off contact. Cowanzine now wants to creep up.
Now hearing a lot of footsteps. Our G2, Icy with the first leaf swings out top as well. Great timings.
Never check it. Icy here. Able to reposition comfortably. Loud whittled down to 3. Do have less they can activate for a late flank through mid, but he'll have to watch out for Valen, who has a similar idea. Timing though. Les is actually up in tube. Something Valen is not prepared for.
Left.
And there is an opportunity for Les here to descend. Here's that drop. There is There is a turret that takes contact here, so he is revealed. Twice. Easy pickings for Trent. Now 2 left for Loud. Making their way up past Yellow. They're quite advanced in their positioning, but Valen made that flank through under tube.
At least not going to get bonused out of this game. Now getting close is QCK. They're using this wall to their advantage to really dig deep into the site.
All right, counter reckoning here. Coming out from G2. They're going to pick their mark. Try and approach here through screens where Cowanzine was waiting for Leaf. This is by no means a short lead for the defenders.
Oh my god.
Jonah P is good though. He's able to drop down off rafters, and Les has a tough time tangling with him. Up by 410. Wall renewed by the defenders now, and Les doesn't know where to be looking. He gets a stay of execution and turns it into a kill. You can't let him get away with this every single
Get away with that. And how does Cowanzine is a robot in that moment? So a lot of presence being shown from Loud early. They're going to have to contend with the full KJ setup when they get into the site here.
One of the players from Loud got lit on their way in, and QCK lands awkwardly. Might have something to do with the bullets inside of him, but I digress. Hunter's Fury expended now. Louder up and on the site. There's going to be some hot and heavy fighting here up close as they try and push through this cove. Oh, Wingman sees it all! Beautiful setup, but Cowanzine is always there for 2. There's a thrash here for Icy though. That quick double has earned him that ultimate. The spike is so far away from Loud though. They're gonna need to spelunk to recover it.
Here.
Les pings it. About the approximate location, asking Cowanzine to try and light it up.
Standing.
G2 finds him. Now can Les do it again for the umpteenth time this series?
30 seconds to play
30
with.
seconds left.
Many others I'd say it's not possible, but it's Les! That's 1. Now it's a straight swing. Icy's low. 5 HP left. That's all he's got to work with. And Les, the Angel of Death, does it again. Absolutely disgusting.
And Loud are back. MIBR couldn't do it. Furia couldn't do it. The hope of Brazil.